So the news that Ben Affleck would no longer direct Warner Brothers' solo Batman movie came as something of a surprise this week, particularly since we knew he'd already put considerable time and effort into it. As far back as 2015, there were reports that he was writing the script with DC's Jeff Johns, and more recently it turns out Affleck had even brought in his Argo writer Chris Terrio for additional help. Terrio previously contributed to the scripts for Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice and Justice League, and now Deadline has revealed that he turned in a draft of the Batman movie shortly before Affleck's departure. The fact that Affleck asked for help is fine, but the fact that even Terrio apparently couldn't fix the script seems worrying. If the combined forces of two Oscar-winning screenwriters and a comic book legend can't scrape together a Batman screenplay that passes, who can? I mean, Affleck's official reason for stepping down as director was that he felt he could not do both jobs to the level that they require, and that is completely understandable. I mean, writing and directing and acting and all this stuff, producing, that's a heavy burden for anybody, let alone doing a Batman movie. Even for someone as experienced as Ben Affleck is, and I know that he has his detractors out there. There's some people who don't care for him, but anyway, and the fact that Chris Terrio turned in a script for this film kind of makes you wonder if maybe Ben Affleck didn't like the script, because he previously stated before he wouldn't obviously direct this film if the script wasn't up to par. So he was kind of waffling on the decision to direct it at all, and obviously if the script is not something finds to be the right script, maybe that's why he decided to drop out altogether. So for now, he's definitely not directing. Now there is a rumor going around the internet here that kind of caught fire this week as well that I kind of wanted to address, that Ben Affleck is even considering dropping out as Batman altogether, and that includes starring and everything, just saying this isn't working and just leave the project. Now that would be interesting, being he's already filmed Justice League and that film is still about 11 months from release or so, maybe 10 months, somewhere in there. So if he was to leave before Justice League come out, that would kind of put Warner Brothers in a weird spot, because you've got this whole film with Ben Affleck as Batman, and then going forward he's not going to be Batman. Now, I'm not going to panic if that were to happen. I know there's a lot of people out there just absolutely smashing the panic button and just going crazy that, oh my gosh, if Ben Affleck leaves the DC universe, that's the end of the universe. In my opinion, that's not necessarily the case, because in Marvel, they had that sort of same issue. They've recast 2 roles already, and it didn't hurt Marvel a single bit. Now, granted, the first one I want to talk about here was not a major character, but Marvel has already recast Colonel Rhodes in the Iron Man series after the first film, where Terrence Howard was Rhodey, and obviously in the second and third film, and since then we've had Don Cheadle as War Machine and Rhodes. So, I mean, obviously that's not a major character. He's more of a side character, but he's become a big part of the Avengers world, so they made that work. But the bigger example in Marvel was the Incredible Hulk himself. A lot of people seem to forget that the Edward Norton Incredible Hulk film is a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it was the second film in the series, much like Batman vs. Superman was the second film in the series. And obviously Mark Ruffalo is doing a great job as the replacement since the Avengers film came out, and we sometimes just forget Edward Norton was a part of it. So could this be the same sort of thing here, where Ben Affleck leaves and possibly, say, like Armie Hammer, who is heavily rumored at this point to maybe be the replacement for Batman if that were to happen? He's also up for possibly the short list for the Green Lantern, but could it just be he's on the list for Batman at this point? So, I mean, I wouldn't call it a nail in the coffin for the DC movies if Ben Affleck decided to just walk away altogether. It would be a setback for sure, but that does not mean the next guy who would come in and fill the Batman shoes wouldn't do it better or just as good, or who knows what. But yeah, just to say it's completely going to destroy the universe, no, I don't buy that at all. So yeah, I mean, I think we'll just have to wait and see. As always, I say with the DC universe here, it's been a lot of negative talk here, and it's sad, because obviously we're used to Marvel or Star Wars or any of these other big known properties coming out and saying, okay, we're going to do a movie and it's going to release on this date, and they fulfill their promise and we have no drama. And DC's just kind of been all over the map, and granted they've not done the best job of planning out their story and fulfilling all their dates and all the promises they've done so far. They've got a lot of things up in the air after Wonder Woman, Justice League, and Aquaman, which has also been casting and still getting ready to shoot as well for a 2018 release too. And that may be the only film they have in 2018, but that's okay. When you're starting out a universe like this, it's best to start slow and you don't need to rush. So yeah, again, if the rumor holds true on Ben Affleck leaving, that's okay. I just think everybody just needs to calm down a little bit. Well, that'll just about do it for me, everybody. Thank you for watching this video, and if you like what you saw here, please comment and like this video. And you can also subscribe to the Jailcast on YouTube by searching for Jailcast there. You can also find links in the description of this video for my Facebook and Twitter, or you can go to facebook.com/Jailcast, or you can find me on Twitter @EricJail. So until next time, thank you for watching. God bless.